Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Monday. I'm Justin Gould. Here's what's happening. A North County home was destroyed by fire last night, plus details on one of the area's largest holiday parades. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, he's standing by with a live look at our weather. Happy Monday, Dakota.
Happy Monday, Justin, and happy Monday to you. We made it through another weekend, and now it's time to get back into the grind. But some of us actually do have a short week, or some of us may not have work at all because of the holiday coming up. Here's a live look coming from Salamanca, and you can see the mountain ranges overhead and lots of blue sky. So today is going to be a nice weather day, and we had a little bit of rain that came through basically the eastern southern tier. That's all hightailed out of here, and the end of the day today is going to be partly sunny throughout the afternoon hours. But things will be changing as we go into midweek. The National Weather Service has issued a high wind watch. This is basically for the westernmost counties of western New York. That starts, this does not go in effect until Wednesday, and it will run all the way until Thursday at 10 p.m. And this is a potential with a storm system passing well to our northwest. There's going to likely be strong gusty winds Wednesday night and then going into Thanksgiving Day. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. And then, of course, with all the strong winds, there could be more lakeshore flooding. So there's another lakeshore flood watch issued for the Lake Erie shoreline communities. Again, that's only for the Lake Erie shoreline. Temperatures today, though, this is right around where we should be. Temperatures lower to mid 40s through the afternoon. Lots of sunshine through the afternoon, a few clouds, but otherwise a nice day. But things will be changing as we head throughout midweek. We'll talk about it later in the show. Justin?
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you very much. Our top story, 2 people were taken to the hospital following a massive fire in the village of Fredonia last night. Officials say firefighters from Fredonia, Brockton, East Dunkirk, and West Dunkirk were called to the Chestnut Road home shortly before 7 p.m. Now, pictures taken by the Village of Fredonia Fire Department show extensive damage to that structure. Crews say, luckily, everyone got out of the house, although 2 people were taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation. Now, the fire was extinguished at around 9:30 p.m., and officials are now investigating a cause. And a woman was arrested after allegedly calling 911 multiple times without an actual emergency on Sunday at her Bemis Point residence. New York State Police say they arrived at 62-year-old Sally Lawson's house, where she allegedly became belligerent and refused police assistance and demanded that they left. Lawson allegedly repeated the process multiple times throughout the afternoon. Now, after determining that she never really needed police or medical assistance, troopers say she was placed under arrest. She faces several charges in that case. Now, according to previous arrest records, Lawson has quite a rap sheet. Most recently, in October, she was arrested for allegedly punching a person in the face and then throwing hot coffee on Chautauqua County Sheriff's deputies. And officials with the National Comedy Center say more than 65,000 people visited the center since its 2018 launch. In the last 3 months, officials say they saw a 19% increase in visitors. Furthermore, visitors have come from all 50 states and 18 countries, with 88% from outside of Chautauqua County. City of Jamestown sales tax revenue for quarter 2, 3, and the projected 4th quarter in 2019 was the highest in the city's history, with the 3rd quarter reaching an all-time high. Now, similarly, officials say short-term lodging revenue for quarter 1, 2, and 3 in 2019 were the highest respective quarters in Chautauqua County's history, with the 3rd quarter becoming the biggest quarter ever. Well, a can drive to raise money to cover medical expenses for a local teen who's battling an aggressive form of cancer brought hundreds of people together Saturday afternoon in Frewsburg. 14-year-old Frewsburg native Brendan Edwards was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer last month. Now, Edwards is currently undergoing chemotherapy treatments every 2 weeks. The teen says he relies on support from his friends and family to keep him going.
It's hard. It's a lot. And like I said, I'm grateful for it and very thankful.
Now, as of Saturday, 3 trucks were filled with donated cans. Arthur R. Gren, a distributor and redemption center here in Jamestown, will process the thousands of recyclables. The group says they'll be paying the Edwards family 7 cents for every 1 can. Now, next month, on Sunday, December 8th, a benefit for Edwards will be held at the Frewsburg Firemen's Grounds from noon until 5, and we have more details on that at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, happy Monday to everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Facebook Live. Hopefully you had a great weekend and are looking forward to a pretty good week, short week for many, including us here at WNY News Now with the Thanksgiving holiday. Got to check in with the comments and say hello to Rod. Hopefully you are doing good. And Rod says, hello, her again. Certainly, kind of an interesting arrest over the weekend. And if you missed what we talked about, you can see it on that WNYNewsNow.com and the mobile app. Certainly, hopefully, police sort that situation out. And legally, that's all I'm going to say about that. Joe, good to see you. Hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hello to see Pam as well on the broadcast. Hopefully you all are having a very happy Monday out there. And talking about one of the biggest community events that I think happened this past weekend was a huge can drive, as we mentioned there, in Frewsburg. This 14-year-old teen is battling a pretty tough form of cancer. So certainly our thoughts and prayers are out to him and his family. And great to see, though, tons and tons and tons of community support and even more cans donated as well. And wonderful there from community members, from neighbors, all trying to help that. And we have full details and a link to a GoFundMe. If you didn't get a chance to go to the can drive, you can check out that GoFundMe page at WNYNewsNow.com as well. Straight ahead, more news to tell you about why New York State's senior senator is calling on the FAA to endorse an airline regulation. But first, we show you the new Chamber of Commerce's office here in downtown Jamestown. Dakota Hunter.
And the high yesterday was 36. Look at where we only bottomed out this morning, 35. Temperatures really have not moved pretty much over the past 12 hours or so, but temperatures are on the incline today, and we're going to be a little bit warmer, but big changes on the way. That's coming up next as WNY News Now continues in a minute.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Well, happening now, the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce officially opened their new downtown Jamestown office last week. In September, the Chamber moved their office from the Jamestown Community College campus to the former Lucille M. Wright Air Museum building at 300 North Main Street. Now, following a ribbon cutting, the Chamber President and Chief Executive Officer Todd Tranum said the move aims to better serve local businesses by being in the center of economic activity.
For us, this is a wonderful opportunity to be closer to some of our members, to be part of the re-energizing of the community and the downtown area. And we're looking forward to partner, with a lot of the downtown organizations as we have in the past. But I think this is going to strengthen our network and our ability to work with other organizations to help support businesses in the overall community.
Now, Tranum explains in the coming month, his group will be working with the Chautauqua County Visitors Bureau and Jamestown Renaissance Corporation to make the new office an official visitors center for downtown. Well, days ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, New York State Senator Chuck Schumer is demanding airlines not be allowed to split up parents and their children on flights. He says that airlines should have sensible policies that make sure parents and kids under the age of 13 sit together. He pointed out a 2016 law meant to fix the problem. It's directed the U.S. Secretary of Transportation to consider creating guidelines for airlines to keep families together. Schumer says it was never followed through, though.
Here's the law. It's Public Law 114-190. And it says explicitly that separating families without their permission is against the law. But the airlines keep doing it because the Department of Transportation and the FAA have not put out regulations. They should do it ASAP.
Now, Schumer noted some families end up having to pay extra fees in order to sit together and sometimes are separated anyway, and said airlines have a responsibility to put families first over profits and fees. Well, 'tis the season for holiday shopping. The National Retail Federation says people will spend more than $720 billion on presents. The biggest thing they're looking for? Gift cards. The NRF says consumers buy 3 to 4 gift cards to allow their family and friends to choose the presents they want. Meanwhile, Barbie remains at the top of the toy list this year, followed by low surprise dolls and American Girl items. Now, Lego, Hot Wheels, and Paw Patrols are also some of the top sellers. Now, according to research by the NRF, the average person spends about $1,000 on all of their holiday shopping. I'm sure some people probably spend a little more than that, too. Well, back here in Jamestown, the Little Caesars Love Kitchen is scheduled to visit the Salvation Army office in Jamestown on Tuesday to serve free slices of pizza to the homeless, those in need, or, in fact, anybody who stops by. This will be the third time that the pizza chain's charitable Big Rig has stopped at the Salvation Army Jamestown location, second time this year. Now, since 1985, the pizza chain's Love Kitchen program has been serving meals from wheels across the nation and Canada to locations where people are in need, and from areas suffering with poverty to communities ravaged by hurricanes and tornadoes. Now, 2 big rigs equipped with pizza ovens travel all across the area. Now, on average, officials with the Salvation Army here in Jamestown say between 800 to 1,000 families visit their group each month to get help. Certainly a great thing to have here in downtown Jamestown, and not too bad pizza either way, and certainly 'tis the season to be giving. Joe, he says gift cards seem to be the easiest way. Certainly, I hear you there, Joe, as well. And hello to the Lawson Cartier's Car Club. I know I probably screwed that up. Norm will make fun of me a little bit later on, but thanks so much for tuning in here. Hello to Max as well. Thanks for joining us. Got to say hello to Susie and Dylan. Let us know what you think about these stories in the comments below here on this noon broadcast. Certainly that pizza chain doing a lot of good here in the city of Jamestown, as there are a lot of people. So if you get a chance tomorrow and you're in that Brooklyn Square location by Salvation Army, go ahead and check it out. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's back in studio with a live look at this week's weather forecast. And later, one of the area's biggest holiday parades is scheduled for next week. We give you the lowdown when WNY News Now returns. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Located on the corner of Forest and Newland Avenues in Jamestown, Pronto Mart has everything you've been looking for. An amazing selection of hot foods, a large variety of premier headgear, and smoking accessories to fit any style. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Stop in and visit us today.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk,
or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back, and we'll start off talking about the weather headlines because we've got a lot of stuff coming our way pretty much this week. So no issues for any of the holiday traveling you have today or tomorrow. So the roadways and the skies are going to be nice pretty much across much of the Northeast. We see a little warm up early this week, and we're seeing some signs of it today, but it's only a little warm up. We all know warm ups don't last very long around here. A wind whipping Wednesday. Nice little, words there with the W's there, but some wind gusts definitely later Wednesday could be upwards of 50 plus miles per hour, and the storm track could bring us some lake effect snow for Thanksgiving. So this is the projected storm track. There's going to be a storm system that's going to be riding pretty much across the upper Great Lakes region, passing to our northwest. Whenever we have a deep area of low pressure passing to our northwest, that is prime to see some strong gusty winds around here. And what's going to happen is that as this storm system moves away, it's going to be funneling across Lake Erie. It's called funneling when we see these strong gusty winds moving across Lake Erie. It's called funneling, and that's going to cause some lakeshore flooding and definitely some dangerous wind gusts. So we do have a high wind watch that is issued for basically the westernmost counties of the area. It does not include any part of Pennsylvania, but it is basically for the southern tier and the Buffalo Metro. This does not go into effect until Wednesday, and it will run until 10 p.m. on Thanksgiving night. And we'll show you the actual storm system here. This is a zoomed out version of Future Scan, and we'll show you. You can see this starts basically tomorrow. So today, nothing. Tomorrow, nothing. The weather is going to be fine. Now, the storm system is right here. You can actually see the center of the storm right back in there. And this is as we start going into Wednesday. So we're going to see some rain showers, widespread rain Wednesday. Notice the colder air behind the low. You can see all the snow up here in Canada. The center of the low is right there in Michigan. And as this thing continues to track into Canada, there's going to be cooler air moving in. And of course, the cooler air will change that rain over to snow. And of course, when you have temperatures on Wednesday are going to be well into the 50s. And as always the case, when you're warm and you're going to drop, the temperatures are going to drop, and then that's also going to help aid in the winds as well. 41 right now at noon hours, south wind of 8, got a wind gust of 17, and the wind chill at 36 when you combine the air temperature and the average wind speed together. Local ski conditions here. Holiday Valley opened on Saturday, and this is their current base conditions, 8 to 24 inches with a machine groomed surface. And Hollymont has announced that their projected opening date is the 13th of December. So far, nobody else has sort of given us a date yet, but of course, we'll keep this updated for you as the projected dates come in. And just a little Thanksgiving history for you. Look at the high temperature last year at 21, 32 in 2017, 41 in 2016, and 57 in 2015. These are the past five. This is the weather history for the past five, Thanksgiving Day. So it's been wild the past 5 years. All right, zone forecast. Eastern areas here. Temperatures mid to upper 40s here. This is right where we should be for this time of the year. Lots of sunshine through the afternoon. A few clouds, otherwise not bad. Lake Erie shoreline here. Dunkirk may flirt with 50 through the day is done and over with a good supply of sunshine. A typical November day. Next 7 days of your life are on that screen. 49 tomorrow, 55 on Wednesday, but the wind gusts really strong. And of course, with the temperatures that warm and come crashing down, that's going to have the potential for the wind gust, possible lake effect snow on the back edge of that storm system as it moves on out. Still a little too early to know exact details on that. Black Friday, cold deals, and then as we head into the weekend, a few scattered snow showers, otherwise not bad, and the 1st of December starts above average. Sports is next, don't go away.
When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Manic Monday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Over the weekend, the Jamestown Rebels were on the road for a 2-game road series against the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. Jamestown got shut out in Friday's game 4-0, then won the second game in overtime on Saturday 3-2. The Rebels bumped their point total to 18 on the season, but they do remain in last in the East, 3 points behind the Maine Nordiques. Jamestown will be back in action on Friday night at 7:05 as they will host a 2-game series against the Johnstown Tomahawks, who are in second in the East. The Buffalo Bills have now won back-to-back games by defeating the Denver Broncos 20-3 on Sunday, bumping their record to 8-3. Josh Allen finished with 185 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and an interception, his first INT thrown since Week 5 against the Tennessee Titans. Devin Singletary posted his first career 100-yard game, running for 106. Frank Gore surpassed Barry Sanders for third all-time in rushing with his 65-yard performance. On the defensive side, Buffalo held Denver to 134 yards of total offense, intercepted a pass, and sacked Broncos QB Brandon Allen 4 times. With one more win and a Jets loss, the Bills are guaranteed at the minimum a second-place finish in the AFC East. Buffalo will be back in action on Thanksgiving Day at 4:30 as they will be on the road against the Dallas Cowboys, their first Thanksgiving game since 1994. Sticking with the NFL, with an 8:15 kickoff tonight, the 6-4 Los Angeles Rams will host the 8-2 Baltimore Ravens for an interconference Monday Night Football showdown. The Rams have won 3 of their last 4 games, their recent one being a 17-7 win over the Chicago Bears last Sunday on Sunday Night Football. Meanwhile, Baltimore is on fire with a 6-game winning streak, posting a 41-7 victory over the Houston Texans in their last game. In a near stalemate, according to ESPN's Power Football Index, Baltimore has a 52.5% chance to win their 7th in a row, versus the Rams, who have slightly over a 47% chance to win. The game will be televised on ESPN. That's it for sports today. Back to Justin and Dakota.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you very much. Well, one of the area's largest Christmas parades and holiday celebrations is scheduled to take place next week. Officials with the Jamestown Renaissance Corporation say this year's theme for the Jamestown Christmas Parade is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, selected via a Facebook vote. Now, JRC officials encourage participants to decorate their vehicles, floats, and people with a musical theme. Furthermore, floats are encouraged to play their favorite Christmas tune. The registration deadline to partake in the parade is this Wednesday. A parade application is posted online. We have a link to that on our site. The parade lineup starts at 5 o'clock on West 3rd Street between Halleck Street and the 3rd Street Bridge. And then the parade's scheduled to begin at 6:30 p.m. sharp, traveling east towards City Hall. Live music from For the People will start at 5 o'clock at Tracy Plaza. Officials will also light the Jamestown Christmas tree and hold a fireworks display in the evening. Santa will bring up the end of the parade and count down to that fireworks display at around 8 o'clock. Now, festivities are presented by the Resource Center. The parade, tree lighting, and fireworks display will be broadcast live right here on WNY News Now's 24/7 streaming network and Facebook page starting at 6:30 p.m., hosted by Mr. Hunter and myself.
Mm-hmm. That's always our yearly tradition. It's always Justin and I doing all the hosting duties. And speaking of which, speaking about the parade, I don't want to complain. And it's not really complaining, but I hope this year they have a second number in the window of the floats because because you know the way it works, and I'll just tell them. The way it works is that, we have the list of the parades with the numbers. But the thing is, because they line up as a first come, first served basis, they're not necessarily in order. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it doesn't go in order by the way they're coming down in line. So we're scrambling to find the right thing. And then, we broadcast on the right side of the street or the left.
Well, it'd be on the left side, so the numbers are on the right as they go down.
Yeah, and it makes it hard for us to see the numbers so that way we can get the right page up when it comes to talking about the flows.
But I think last year we did a pretty good job just ad-libbing it, which I think is just the fun anyways, nevertheless. And, have multiple live cameras from down in the street level, from up in our studio. We have beautiful windows in our newsroom. And if you haven't ever been here at WNY News Now or watched last year's broadcast, where we have a Christmas party and Dakota and I set up in the corner and people are munching away. Our producers are going through the papers trying to find the float numbers for us and hand it to us. So it's fun. I remember.
Do you remember one year there were papers just all over the newsroom because they were having a hard time?
I do remember that. That's good. Poor Rory, let me tell you, because he had them everywhere.
That was funny.
It was, and it was good. It was a good time, and we'll hope to see you all. Not this Friday, but next Friday, live on our broadcast. So hopefully we're all having a good Christmas season nevertheless. Joe says go Bills, and certainly it'll be an interesting game come Thursday for Thanksgiving. That'll be exciting to see. Dakota.
Yes.
And your Patriots. I know last night you were a little upset with them.
This is like the second week in a row. Boy, I can't talk today. Second week in a row, the Patriots have had a low-scoring game. Yeah. And it's like, we won, but it's just like, these low scores are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I can hear that.
A win is a win, but, at the same time, the Patriots won, by what? 4? Yeah. And it was, really close. It's just honestly, please.
Well, hey, we'll see what happens. If Tom Brady's got to retire, it's so have it be.
I think this year might be it too, by the way. Wednesday storm track. This is going to be the big issue going into Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. With a storm with a deep low pressure area moving to the northwest of the region, that is prime for strong gusty winds Wednesday going into Thanksgiving Day. And as that system pulls away, we'll likely see some lake effect snow on Thanksgiving Day. You can see it there on the 7-day. And so lake effect snow likely on Thursday. For Thanksgiving Day, still too early to know placement and if we see how much out of that. As you head for Black Friday, make sure you bundle up. 37 degrees. We have some cold beals heading our way for Black Friday, or you can just stay inside and shop online, which is what I'm probably going to do, and then the weekend, a few snow showers.
All right, thank you, Dakota. Certainly, we'll keep you updated all week long as to where that forecast is at. Joe says, he's Brady's creeping up in age, so certainly that is true. Maybe they'll be on the search for another QB. Hey, maybe Norm could do it. You never know.
I still think the best quarterback I think we've had besides Tom Brady recently is Brissett.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty good, but unfortunately the Patriots released him, so such is life.
Hey, such is life. Hey, we leave you with this. Chautauqua Lake in Burtis Bay. Lots of sunshine out there. Hopefully you can try to enjoy it today, enjoy a little bit of that warm-up. If you missed anything we talked about, don't worry. It loops 24/7 on WNY News Now's 24/7 streaming network and on our mobile app. Just search WNY News Now on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store to download today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.